Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get And the Bears will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Cincinnati's offense has the ball first today. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Jones to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Bearcats want to move quickly. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
And the Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's third down. To the ground with the back. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The Bears offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught close to the marker, it's Davis. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Now on the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Missouri State! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Finds his man. It's Jones. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up. Looking for space. It's Covey. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Covey. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Bearcats!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Right on the money. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
First down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Williams.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide, sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Williams. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll run play action. Finds his target down the middle. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get in the same page.
And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. Pick up a 5, it'll be 3rd down and 5. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line. Jones to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is in the air. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Soft spot in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown Bearcats! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Burrow. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Bear offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Wants to return it. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The short hands. It's Covey.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Jones wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Bearcats will go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Of 2. It's a turnover on downs.
Quarterback on the keeper. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice move, creates some space. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bears! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Jones to throw. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Bearcats will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield. It's Morton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're 4-1. They got the job done.
And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers?